Welcome back, everybody. My name's APredator54, aka Adam, coach of the McChesney Park Slowpokes, and today I bring you the draft analysis for Bidding War League Season 6, hosted by Absolute Flair, coach of the Minneapolis Absolutes. Uh, this league is definitely interesting. This is an auction style draft. Basically, you nominate a Pokemon and people can upbid you. Minimum bid for a lot of things is 10 points. Then we shift into certain mons being 100 points for the minimum bid out of our 600 that we have. We need 10 Pokemon on our roster, so that makes things a little dicey. Then we have Terra bans on mons like Annihilate, Darkrai, Deoxys Defense, Deoxys Speed, Espathra, Goldengo, Gouging Fire, Greninja, Hoopa Unbound, Kyurem, Landorus Incarnate for obvious reasons. Both Latios and Latias, Manaphy, all of the Ogerpons, Roaring Moon, Terapagos, and Volcarona are all Terra banned, but those are 100 points. Minimum bid. But we get interesting. We have a 200 point bid where all of them are Terra banned. We have Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao, Deoxys Attack, regular Deoxys, Dragapult, Enamorus Incarnate. Flutter Mane is allowed. Iron Bundle, Great Tusk, Iron Valiant, Palafin, Spectre, and both Urshifus are all 200 points. All of those are Terra banned, so this gets incredibly interesting. Well, I was not expecting this to go the way I did, and short story, I ended up with like almost 200 points left over of my 600. I actually got a lot of mons for a steal. So originally my first bid was definitely interesting and was going to be my first Terra Captain, but my first overall timestamp wise, that was let out was Primarina. It's not letting me adventure sync. One second, let me there we go. I got Primarina for 20 points, and she overall is our first Terra Captain. Let me see if I can enter the Wata. Can I? Oh my lord, she is a pretty girl. This being able to be open Terra on anything every week and not having to tell my opponent is going to be incredibly beautiful. But for 20 points, I stole this from somebody else that did a minimum bid of 10. And oh, I can bitch slap people. Hold on. That's hilarious. But this thing being a Spadef bulky tank as well as an offensive mon, special attack wise, lost access to Scald though, which is incredibly unfortunate, I believe. But it still gets access to Hydro Pump, gets access to Liquid Voice, which turns sound moves into a water type move, and also access to Torrent. If my HP is low, my water moves do almost double damage, which is incredibly good. Yet with the new addition of Psychic Noise and now becoming a water type move, it can actually become Stab and prevent my opponent from healing, which is incredibly good. We've got access to Flip Turn, we've got access to quite a few things. You, my girl, are going to be a very, very crucial thing for my team, and I look forward to using you. Are you going to fall asleep so I can see how cute you are? I'm going to keep rambling. You better fall asleep. Fall asleep. Please. Oh, oh yes, you're so cute. You're so cute. But anyways, that is Primarina for 20 of my 600 points. My first Terra Captain overall. And I look forward to using this mon. Next, we'll hop on into Mon number 2. Alright, for Mon number 2 and 100 points, I just wanted to try Terracoma out and see what this Mon was hyped up for when it first came out. This having access to Open Terra is incredibly good as well. Access to Overcoat to prevent powder moves, sand damage is actually pretty damn good. I can't be sleep power, stun spore, or poison powder. I cannot be spored. It's very good in clutch situations, especially if I do face an Amoongus. I get access to Soundproof, which allows me to run subsets and not be roared out, since Roared got passed out like candy with the DLC expansion. And then I get access to Bulletproof, which stops Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. Does not stop Moonblast. It stopped Aura Spear though. So that's going to be incredibly interesting to use. But the main reason I got this Mon is it gets access to Clangorous Soul's Throat Spray. Combo that with Terra and being able to remove my ×4 weakness to Fairy is phenomenally good. Ran Poison, Terra Poison or Terra Steel. I now resist the whole of the Fairy move. Now I am +2 special attack, +1 everything, at the cost of a third of my health. So this little guy is going to have to put in the finest of the work. This can be physical or special, but this is a bulky boy or girl, depending on what I want to run. I believe it's 125 in both its defenses, which is absolutely insane. Actually, no, let me look that up because I'm kind of curious. I'm curious because I had it pulled up and it closed on my phone. Okay, it's 125 defense, 105 SPDEF, which is still pretty damn good. Being 100 over, did it get buffed at all? Nope. It is still the same. But 110 attack and 100 special attack and 85 speed with 75 HP on boot is definitely something that can tank a hit in the right situations. I hope to not always have to run Clangorous Souls. I hope I can just run Dragon Dance one week, run physical, and then just smash things. But all in all, we are just going to have fun with this beautiful... Well, I don't know how I feel about the shiny. It's too much pink and gold. It probably looks like this in this lighting because it's nighttime. But I think somebody said in the day it kind of looks like a booger. Well, at least it used to in Sword and Shield. But look at the updated graphics on this thing. Beautiful thing. Yeah, you're going to be an interesting thing to use. But anyways, we are going to hop on into the next Mon. For Mon number 3 and 10 points, shockingly, I got Big Bad Iron Thorns as my third Terra Captain. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this league, you can have 4 of them. Why are you so fast? But yeah, Dr. Robotnik, aka Future Tyranitar, is definitely a beautiful specimen. This getting access to Dragon Dance spikes, gets access to Iron Defense Body Press, gets access to all the punching moves, new addition of Supercell Slam, gets access to Stone Edge, Rock Blast, Pin Missile. You can run a Dragon Dance loaded dice set, Terra Bug or Terra Rock, and be able to hammer things. This being access to Open Terra allows me to do all 19 types. And I'm kind of curious on what this thing can do with Stellar, but it kind of feels like it would be a waste unless it's like body press spamming. But there is a way to EV this to where you get a defense boost off the booster instead of attack. I believe there's also a way to do speed, but you have to literally remove all of the defense and offense, max speed it. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. But this also gets access to, I believe, bulk up as well. So overall, this is a incredibly good offensive Mon. And for 10 points and Terra, I want to see how big of a monster this can be. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Alright, it's time to hop on into Mon number 4. Alright, for Pokemon number 4. And a Mon I was considering heavily for my Terra Captain because it is just a monster. For 30 points, I ended up getting, if they will come out of their Pokeball, Big Bad Crocodile. I wanted you to be a Terra Captain, but I had a couple better options. But look at this beautiful beast. Absolutely beautiful touch up and gloss up of the shiny compared to last gen. This gets access to Moxie, Intimidate, and Anger Point. Since neither of the Urshifu's were drafted, I probably will never run Anger Point. But this guy getting access to Bulk Up and Scale Shot still is amazing. It can become a setup sweeper with Moxie. It can intimidate, break my opponent, and allow me to throw hazards out with Stealth Rocks. But all in all, look at this Danger Croc sleeping. I look forward to this. This gets access to Stab Knockoff, which is a phenomenal in an Item Clause League. If I start taking away your items, then you are in a little bit of trouble. And then this gets access to Earthquake as well. Granted, I wish it got a move like Dragon Dance. Would have been very good. But access to Bulldoze, gets access to Fire Fang, Ice Fang, I believe Crunch and Psychic Fangs as well to break screens. Gets access to Brick Break. All in all, it's a toolbox Mon that's all offensive. Then you can't sleep on its speeds in the 90s, I believe. So it outspeeds a lot of things, and then slap a Scale Shot in there. Now you're hitting things again. So basically, if I become a damage spiral, I am going to swing over the top of you and call it a day. Alright, that is Mon number 4. Next, we'll get into Mon number 5. Alright, for Mon number 5, and for 110 points, it only seemed fitting to bring him up here. Because what this boy does is he's on a goddamn motherfucking skateboard. And I have slopes, and I am not afraid. Nah, keep going. We're gonna have some fun with this guy. Goldango, ability good as gold, stops all status moves including defog, unless they are mold breaker. That, and I have one of the best spin blockers in the game, best support on, I believe, bulk-wise, being Steel Ghost. This thing is absolutely amazing. Gets access to Light Screen Reflect, Nasty Plot, gets access to Thunder Wave, gets access to Hex if I have Status Cripple on the team. This just blows them back, does a massive fuck ton of damage. Make It Rain is just a supercharged hyper... well, might as well be a Hyper Beam at this point of Flash Cannon. So this thing overall is just a phenomenal Mon. And look at that derpy face as I just casually just go down the side of the mountain. Will I fall asleep like this if I don't move? I wonder. Just gonna casually keep going. Oh, nope, I stopped. But look at my strut and my step. I'm just gonna casually walk. Gonna walk how I tuck it. And then point out the bitches. Are the bitches over there? The bitches over there? We'll find out. But this thing, with its phenomenal special attack stat, its natural bulk is absolutely amazing. Hopefully I can do it justice this time, because I had it before and I just could not figure it out. But then again, I was running on a manual rain and sun team. So we'll see what happens now. I do not remember if this has a sleep animation. It does. Look at this playboy at work. Look at this thing. He's a skater boy and a simp all in one mon. I love it. But overall, this is a functional toolbox, and I look forward to using this mon. We will hop on into mon number 6. Alright, for mon number 6 and a steal at 10 points, I ended up taking Azelf, the little guy that could. Azelf is surprisingly more hard-hitting than you think it does. Let's see. I can't remember what it is. Off the top of my head. I think it's 125 in both attack and special attack. Yeah, it is 125. 70 in defenses. With a 75 HP but a 115 speed. This can be physical or special. Oh my lord, it is hugging itself. You fell asleep way too quickly. I was mid-thought. No! Oh my. But this having access to knockoff, access to Zen Headbutt, gets access to almost all of the psychic moves except for Psychic Noise like the other two Lake Trio. Oddly enough, gets Expanding Force for no damn reason. It doesn't touch the terrain. This can be Flamethrower, Dazzle Gleam, Energy Ball, you name it, physical, special. All in all, a very good mon. I look forward to using this. Granted, it's paper defenses, but we can work around that. This even gets access to Mystical Power, which, if it lands, is a guaranteed special attack boost, which is pretty damn good in my opinion. And I look forward to using this thing. Hopefully I can do it justice. It's just there to beat things in the face. Take items away, set stealth rocks, spam T-Wave for me, cripple teams, allow Goldango to come in and spam hexes for free. All in all, very good. I look forward to using this mod. I will hop on into mod number. Alright, for our next mon and 10 points, we got Araquanid again. Well, you guys know how this goes. I'm just gonna casually jump out into the water. Look at this death machine march. But Araquanid, water bubble ability, incredibly good. Halves fire damage, can't be burned. I can't get Will-O-Wisp spammed on my team, which is phenomenal for my physical attackers. This being able to switch into fire type moves is incredibly good. This gets access to Leech Life, which unfortunately Psychic Noise kind of cancels out. It can't do anything. But access to Infestation, Ice Beam, Bug Buzz. Gets access to Endeavor. You hit me down, I bring you down with me. It's very good with a Rocky Helmet. I just keep chipping you along with me to the Rocky Helmet range, which is good. Granted, I am incredibly slow, but this gives me access to Sticky Webs as well, which is a phenomenal thing for my team. I believe the only hazard I did not get was Toxic Spikes on this entire team. That's a little bit of foreshadowing, but along came a spider to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, this in rain does a metric ton with liquidation or surf. Granted, this thing lost Scald, but it gained chilling water. Not much of an upgrade. I wish it still had Scald because this thing would be more of a threat. This gets access to Mirror Coat, is in a phenomenal Spadef wall. So now I've got a physical wall in Iron Thorns, and I got a Spit Death wall in Arachnid that can pivot off of each other and force my opponent into hazards, extra damage. Rocky Helmets, give this thing a leftovers. I still also wish this thing had Toxic still, but beggars can't be choosers. And yeah, all in all, that's Arachnid for 10 points. Nobody wanted to upbid me on this because nobody really saw value in this mod. Yes, I know I have dual water, that is fine, but it makes sense in the long run because you'll see soon enough what I mean by that. Alright, we will hop on into the next mod. Alright, for my most expensive mod, for 120 points, I ended up getting Cinderace. So, I got this mainly for court change. Libero's broken, gets access to Swords Dance and Will-O-Wisp. Hey, more status cripple. This gets access to Swords Dance Facade. This gets access to High Jump Kick, Sucker Punch. Gunk Shot gets access to U-Turn. I got Pivot. But the coup de grace of this team is court change. You hazard stack me, I give those bad boys right back to you, and then you cannot spin block me as long as Goldongo's alive. Alright, let's have a little fun with that, shall we? But this thing is incredibly fast. This is 119 speed, I believe. And I have access to Trailblaze, which means I can increase my speed on top of that as well. Huh, I said some party mons with me. I thought I just said Cinderace. It's alright. But Cinderace, all in all, good physical attacker. This even gets access to Blast Burn, Shadow Ball. Gets access to Smackdown now. Yes, I can fuck up a Talonflame that wants to switch into me now. Cool. Granted, I can mess up flying types now with Smackdown, but I also don't want to become a rock type very often, so it's going to be a hit, dip, and I'm just going to leave. This is also another one that lays like a playboy. Okay, Cinderace. You gonna wake up anytime soon? Nah, I'm just gonna let you sleep. But all in all, very good mon. Hits super fucking hard. Pyro Ball, especially in the sun, it's very good. This even gets access to Weather Ball. I wish there was a way to increase my special attack, but there is a way to increase my speed and agility and be able to Electro Ball spam my opponent, which is also very good if you think about it. Granted, Electro Ball also factors in your special attack, so it's not that strong with Cinderace, but it is something we can still do, especially against a ×4 weak mon like Gyarados, Pelipper, or Swanna. You can smack it in the face with Electro Ball and catch it slipping. Because somebody upbid me, I did not get this thing as a Terra Captain, because you have 200 point budget for 4 Terra Captains. Komo's already consuming 100, so this being over budget, can't do it. I can still do it if I don't want to make Como a captain though, so it is a change I can make later on. But yeah, that is mon number 8. We will hop on into mon number 9. Alright, for my final Terra Captain and 10 points, I decided let's get Venusaur and actually let it Terra this time. Open Terra Venusaur is definitely interesting. This having access to Growth and Swords Dance as well as Trailblaze now is pretty good. In the Sun, that's a +2/+2 with Growth, allowing you to run mixed sets or just straight special or straight physical. Mixed is definitely interesting. I've been doing a little bit of testing. I won't reveal the set just yet, but it is absolutely interesting what this mod can do. It has more than you think it does. The only thing it's missing is Gunk Shot. Cool. Gunk Shot and Sludge Wave would be perfect for this mod. Nope, it has to rely on Sludge Bomb. it has to rely on poison jab, which aren't the best if you think about it, even after a swords dance. This getting access to Weather Ball in the Sun is very good as well. And oh my god, it's a sleeping toad. This is going to be my end-all be-all breaker, because a lot of my team can set Sunny Day, including this thing itself. Bring this in with a Heat Rock, being able to Terra, get one setup move off, or just straight blast them in the face with a Terra boosted move is incredibly good. Yeah, it's here to just smack things in the face. This gets access to Toxic and Leech Seed as well. Gets access to Sleep Powder if I want to put something to sleep. Poison Powder, Stun Spore. Granted, those things can miss because they're 75% accurate. It's still a good thing to have. Toxic can't miss, though. I wish this thing got... Well, nobody wishes this thing has Thunder Wave. But it is what it is. Venusaur, you are a good guy or gal. And I'm kind of curious on, can you go in the water? Are you a frog? You're a frog. Can you go in the water? No, you cannot go in the water. That's saddening. You are a toad. You belong in the water. Well, let's bring you back out. That's kind of disappointing. What's your attack animation? You full on do the num. Okay, so you attack like a toad at least. But anyways, that is my final Terra Captain. We're gonna hop on into the last mon of the draft. And to end our draft, for 10 points, we got another steal. We got Tornadus. Prankster Sunny Day, Prankster Rain Dance is phenomenally good. This can just set up Sunny Day, let itself die or get eject-packed out for my Venusaur to prosper, and then come back in and reset it again. This gets access to Nasty Plot Bulk Up. It can be physical or special. I believe it's 111 speed. It's either 111 or 121 speed. Is nothing to scuff at. This thing also gets access to Weather Ball. Gets access to Sludge Wave now. Knockoff, Taunt are very good. So my opponent can't set up on me. This thing, unfortunately, can't touch Grimmsnarl because Prankster can't work on Dark types, but any other Prankster mon that stops them in their tracks, unless it's Morgrem, Sableye, or Grimmsnarl. Granted, I wish this thing got screens, but being able to manually change all the weather, keep weather control is good. This even gets access to Tailwind, which allows me to Tailwind, get yeeted out, like say if I run eject button, to survive a hit, get yeeted out. Now I have like Goldango, Primarina, Como, could all be Bandit or Specs in Tailwind, can just click buttons. Imagine a Specs Terra Water Hydro Pump Primarina in Tailwind. I'll let you think about that. Done thinking? Yeah. You can do the same thing with Rain Dance. Bring in a Scarf Primarina behind that with Hydro Pump or Weather Ball, Terra Water in the rain. Arachnid Liquidation in the rain with a Choice Band. All in all, this is a good support piece for my team. And I hope it does it justice. I've been playing around with this team so much, and there's several variations that this team can do, 6-mon wise, and it's incredibly good. There's some where all 4 Terra Captains can come. There's a build where only 1 Terra Captain can come. And straightforward, that 1 Terra Captain is Venusaur. because it becomes full sun offense at that point. But all in all, tell me what you think about the team down below in the comments or in my DM. They're always open. If you know me personally, tell me what you think of the team. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy. I will catch you guys later. Peace.